Get over here!
GamingBolt presents 15 best moments in the entire Mortal Kombat series. Next to Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat has one of the most storied histories in all of gaming. What started as a controversial bloody fighter eventually evolved into a controversial bloody fighter with a pretty big list of memorable moments. What were some of the coolest moments in the entire Mortal Kombat series? Well, let's take a look at 15 of them here. Reptile, the secret boss. Mortal Kombat. Back in the boom period of arcade fighting games, Reptile was a super secret fighter in Mortal Kombat that couldn't be fought unless certain conditions were met. In fact, Reptile himself would provide clues on reaching him, which meant obtaining a double flawless victory in the pit in single-player mode and finishing the match with a fatality. Once fans actually fought Reptile, he revealed just how cold-blooded and brutal he could be. Such was the positive response to Reptile's inclusion that he became a series regular from the second game onwards. Shao Kahn debuts, Mortal Kombat 2. For all the intimidating bosses in the series' history, very few can top Shao Kahn. He's big, towering over his foes, and wears a wicked skull helmet. He also wields a gigantic hammer to smash opponents into paste. The crazy thing is that even with all of his power, Shao Kahn resorted to deviousness in Mortal Kombat 2, invoking a rematch following Shang Tsung's failure and luring Earthrealm opponents to Outworld to increase his chances of winning. Granted, he failed, but it wouldn't be the last we saw of him. Shao Kahn and Liu Kang die, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Hilariously enough, Shao Kahn was one of the unfortunate victims of the Quan Chi-Shang Tsung duo in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance after his battle with Adenia. The pair also killed Liu Kang, thus eliminating any potential threats to their plan. Considering how lackluster the last few entries in the series had been, there's nothing like killing not one but two of the greatest Mortal Kombat fighters as story setup. Liu Kang reanimated, Mortal Kombat Deception. But wait, Shao Kahn didn't really die. In Mortal Kombat Deception, it was Kahn's decoy that had been killed, and the real deal had returned to take back Outworld. So, what happened to Liu Kang? As it turns out, his corpse would be reanimated and forced to commit all manners of murder. His spirit helped Ermac to free other Earthrealm fighters, but it wasn't until Mortal Kombat Armageddon that Liu Kang fully regained control over his body. The death of Johnny Cage, Mortal Kombat 3. Actor Johnny Cage has always been kind of an arrogant, egotistical jerk. After all, he entered the Mortal Kombat tournament just to prove that his martial arts skills are legit and not just special effects. Over time, however, we came to kind of like the guy, especially when he stood up for doing what's right. So when Shao Kahn's armies kill Cage in Mortal Kombat 3 after invading Earth, it kind of hit home. Nevertheless, thanks to Outworld and Earthrealm merging, Cage's spirit managed to help his friends eventually defeat Shao Kahn. Raiden warns his younger self, Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Mortal Kombat 9. The Mortal Kombat storyline got heaps more complicated following Deadly Alliance. To sum things up, Shao Kahn, who's alive and well, kills the elemental Blaze, who, fun fact, was the Burning Man in Mortal Kombat 2's Pit 2 stage. After absorbing his powers, he battles Raiden and performs the Outworld equivalent of a savage beatdown. On the verge of death, Raiden does the unthinkable. He sends a message via amulet to his younger self and rewrites history. This sets up Mortal Kombat in 2011, also known as Mortal Kombat 9. Reptile murdered, Mortal Kombat 4. But before that, let's talk about Reptile again. He was exiled in Mortal Kombat 3 after trying to kill KITANA, but made his return in Mortal Kombat 4, serving NETHERREALM co-ruler SHINNOK. Following Reptile's victory in Mortal Kombat 4, he wishes to go back in time to his homeworld before it was destroyed. Unfortunately, neither Quan Chi nor SHINNOK took this request very well, and Reptile is killed. The death of Kung Lao, Mortal Kombat 9. The deaths just start ramping up in Mortal Kombat 9 though. After Raiden sends a message to his younger self, taking the story all the way back to the first Mortal Kombat, the latter believes that Kung Lao is the one to save Earthrealm. After all, if the amulet shows no sign of repair, surely it isn't Liu Kang who's destined to defeat Shao Kahn. However, when Lao faces Kahn, he's subsequently killed and the responsibility falls back on Liu Kang. Smoke stays human, Mortal Kombat 9. As a means to change the timeline, Raiden stops Smoke from being transformed into a cyborg, which is all well and good, but Kuai Liang, aka Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 2, is taken away instead and subsequently transformed. At the time, it was fairly surreal to see what a human smoke would be like, and further reflected some of the cool ideas that Mortal Kombat 9's story presented. SINDEL kills almost everyone. Mortal Kombat 9. Despite KAHN being wounded by Liu Kang, he heals up just fine thanks to Quan Chi. The sorcerer also brings SINDEL, Kitana's mother and Shao Kahn's wife, back to life. Later, Shang Tsung is sacrificed and all of his souls pass to SINDEL in order to increase her powers dramatically. The resulting battle sees numerous casualties including Smoke, Jade, and Jax, with Kitana looking to be next. In order to stop SINDEL, Nightwolf sacrifices himself. Suffice it to say that very few people walk away from the events of Mortal Kombat 9 alive. Liu Kang dies. Again. Mortal Kombat 9. Case in point, when Raiden finally comes to the realization that Shao Kahn has to win in order for him to ultimately be stopped, Liu Kang flies into a rage. Obviously so, because his friends have been killed and they've all been following Raiden's advice for seemingly nothing. So Liu Kang goes to fight Kahn and Raiden tries to stop him but ends up killing him in the process. Yeah, so Raiden killed Liu Kang and then decided to surrender Shao Kahn out of guilt. Hey, no one said the story was perfect. SHINNOK returns. Mortal Kombat 10. Several years after the events of Mortal Kombat 9, the world seems to be at peace. But where was SHINNOK, especially after his tease in Mortal Kombat 9? Well, after Scorpion kills Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 10, the latter helps SHINNOK to return. From there, he becomes the big bad and performs such heinous acts as bringing back all of the fallen Earthrealm warriors as his revenants. The death of Quan Chi. Mortal Kombat 10. About Quan Chi's death, though. In Mortal Kombat 9, Scorpion entered the tournament to kill Sub-Zero, who he was believed to be responsible for his clan's demise. Despite Raiden's best efforts to convince Scorpion to abandon his revenge, it was Quan Chi who provided a vision of the Shirai Ryu being murdered by the Lin Kuei. As it turns out, Quan Chi was the one who slaughtered the Shirai Ryu. Scorpion found out, and in Mortal Kombat 10 he exacted bloody vengeance on Quan Chi, though he also aided in SHINNOK being freed. Sub-Zero and Scorpion at peace. Mortal Kombat 10. The good news is that despite the above, Scorpion not only reformed the Shirai Ryu clan at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 10, but also made amends with Sub-Zero. Considering how long this feud had been going on and the numerous twists and turns that it took, it was nice to finally see the two reconcile their differences. Liu Kang and Kitana rule NETHERREALM. Mortal Kombat 10. Of course, Mortal Kombat 10 had to end on a huge cliffhanger. Remember that part about the revenants of former Earthrealm warriors fighting under SHINNOK? Well, when SHINNOK is defeated, the revenants of Liu Kang and Kitana return to the NETHERREALM to rule it. This leads to Raiden, who was corrupted when stopping SHINNOK, threatening them with pretty serious consequences if they ever decide to attack Earthrealm. He then leaves SHINNOK's head behind to show them that he means business. Why leave SHINNOK's live head in the hands of one of the most powerful warriors and his girlfriend? Search us, we don't know. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.